Good afternoon from the radio service of the Liberia Broadcasting System in Painesville. Welcome to Newsline. For the next 1 hour, we bring you news from Liberia and other parts of the world. My name is Jab Davis, presenting on this Thursday, December 11, 2025. In our top stories,
specific projects will be identified for support, and this could take some time. After my engagement with all today and the team, we get some specific.
Government of Liberia and Millennium Challenge Corporation hold talks after selecting Liberia for a second compact. ECOWAS appoints Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, to chair its business council.
What are the decisions they have? For us, they complete, but yet we did our independent assessment and we presented.
Front page Africa newspaper defends its recent evaluation of top government officials, and away from Liberia, Ghana deports three Israeli nationals over alleged mistreatment of Ghanaian nationals in Israel. We have all of these stories, including our regular features, sports, Liberian English, French, and the weather update on package in this edition. First, let's go to our newsroom where Nakita Roberts brings us the news bulletin.
Government and the Millennium Challenge Corporation (MCC) have begun meeting to identify specific areas for support under a second compact for Liberia. On Wednesday, Liberia's eligibility for a second compact was reaffirmed by the Board of Directors of MCC in Washington, D.C., the United States of America. At the ongoing meeting, Liberia is being represented by Finance Minister Augustine Gaswan, while the MCC is represented by Madam Karen Monhana, that's Monahan, head of Compact Operations for Africa. Minister Gaswan told the Super Morning Show on Thursday that the ongoing engagement will unveil the specific amount Liberia is expected to receive as part of its compact selection.
We are going next steps. But what is going to happen is that specific projects will be identified for support, and this will take some time.
The finance minister named energy, roads, port infrastructure, and access to finance for the private sector as areas of high priority. Minister Gafwan also disclosed the recruitment of technical people to strengthen the operations of the NCC Compact Office in Monrovia. At the same time, the finance minister has attributed Liberia's selection for a second compact to what he called the visionary leadership of President Joseph Boakai. Liberia's first compact in the tune of 257 million United States dollars was signed on November 2, 2015 by then Vice President Joseph Boakai in Washington, D.C. Amongst other things, the grant rehabilitated the Mount Coffee hydropower plant and established different institutions, including the Liberia Electricity and Regulatory Authority (LERC). Minister Gafwan told the Super Morning Show on Thursday that the Liberian leader strategically deployed his team of sector ministers to engage the American government and ensure Liberia's selection.
We see somebody more upbeat about his country than the president. The president is patient with delay, and because the Liberian people want more. So we are sprinting in government. I want to thank my team working with me, the employees at the ministry who work long hours, in other ministries who coordinate with other police and government.
The finance minister recounted the excellent deliberation by President Joseph Boakai at the strategic U.S. Africa summit as one of several movements that have gotten Liberia to where it is. Minister Gafwan lauded the efforts of his team at the ministry and all sector heads for ensuring Liberia's case was made at the MCC. Information Minister Jeremy Piat says the reaffirmation of Liberia's eligibility for the MCC compact is a big win. Minister Pierre assured Liberians that government will work with the MCC team for more works to be done across the country. He disclosed that the U.S. government could not entrust the CDC government because several of its officials were sanctioned. He lauded the Unity Party for the renewed partnership with the international community, which he said is helping the country attract international assistance. He added that while government is working tirelessly to position the country for more support, the opposition should stop claiming victory. At the same time, the Information Ministry has responded to allegations linking the government to masterminding a fire outbreak at the headquarters of the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day stand headquarters. Following the incident early Thursday morning, stand chairman Moba Malu claimed that the fire was masterminded by government due to its planned protest. However, Information Minister Jeremy Piat told Mickey at press briefing on Thursday that government has no intent to go after any civil society group as perceived by the group.
Basing themselves with inflammatory comments, basing themselves with threats of protests, disorder, chaos, lawlessness. That's all you see them doing.
Minister Pierre described the group's allegation as inflammatory and only intended to shift the attention of government. Front-Page Africa newspaper has strongly defended its scorecard on the performances of top government officials. According to the newspaper, its evaluation of heads of government ministries, agencies, and state-owned enterprises were done independently. Front-Page Africa head of newsroom, Gerald Koeman, said a standard metric was used to grade the officials. Mr. Koeman said Front-Page Africa tracking of those institutions' activities began from the budget year January to December. In an interview on the Super Money Show on Thursday, Mr. Koeman acknowledged the mixed reactions that usually characterize its scorecard's results. Meanwhile, the head of the newsroom at the Front-Page Africa has clarified that the institution's scorecards are not based on inducement. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, says it has concluded talks with the richest Nigerian businessman, Ahaji Alenko Dangote, to serve as chairperson of the Regional Bodies Business Council. The Regional Bodies Business Council is charged with the responsibility to facilitate dialogue and partnership between the private sector, government, and ECOWAS institutions. ECOWAS Commission President Dr. Omar Aliu Toure said the decision to make Mr. Dangote chairperson of the council was triggered by his vast experience in the business community of Africa. Mr. Toure pledged ECOWAS' steadfast commitment to bringing private sector actors on the table to discuss economic integration and development for West Africa. Meanwhile, the ECOWAS Commission President described the private sector as critical partner to the economic advancement and regional development of West Africa. The Ministry of Agriculture has clarified recent media reports alleging that Minister Alexander Nuta is planning to dismiss district agriculture officers based on political recommendations. According to a release, the Agriculture Minister called for professionalism and accountability in the extension system, contrary to reports circulating in the media about a large plan for the dismissal of district agriculture officers. The agriculture minister wants staff working with the ministry, especially district agriculture officers, work diligently with integrity to help improve food security in Liberia. The release quotes Minister Nota as clarifying that at no point did he threaten to dismiss district agriculture officers, as insinuated by some media entities in the country. Meanwhile, Minister Nota said the Ministry of Agriculture remains focused to building a stronger, more effective extension service that supports President Joseph Boakar's agenda for agricultural transformation and food security. The Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Agriculture, and Margibi University have signed separate memorandum of understanding with the Tukidi University to strengthen higher education, research, and capacity building in Liberia. The signing ceremony was held Thursday, December 11, 2025, at the Ministry of Education in Congo Town. The agreements aimed to expand academic progress, advance agricultural innovation, support faculty development, and open pathways for student training, scholarships, and community outreach. Speaking at the program, Education Minister Dr. Jaso Jala said the MOUs will elevate teaching, research, and knowledge generation across the institutions. In a related development, Metropolitan Archbishop Dr. Jerry Jones has hailed the signing of three memorandums between Tukidi University and Liberian institutions. Dr. Jones said the agreements revive ties dating back to century. He noted that partnership will bring student and faculty exchanges, joint research, and stronger academic programs. According to him, the signing is a step forward to better the universities for greater opportunities. He added that the collaboration reflects Liberia's long relationship with Tukidi and will help prepare citizens to meet future challenges through education and innovation. Meanwhile, the president of Tukidi University, Dr. Mark Brown, has reaffirmed the school's historic ties with Liberia, calling the new agreement a step towards stronger academic cooperation. Dr. Brown said Tukidi's mission is to educate students who return home to serve their countries. According to him, the partnership will open opportunities in science, engineering, agriculture, and education. Dr. Brown added that Tukidi's values curiosity and innovation, and the collaboration will help Liberian students explore new possibilities while strengthening universities. He expressed gratitude for the signing and looked forward to hosting a similar gathering at Tukidi's University in Alabama. The local authority of Margibi County has concluded a one-day stakeholders meeting aimed at ensuring the county is clean and orderly ahead of this year's Christmas celebration. The superintendent of the county, O.J. Morris, said the operation will place special focus on private and public facilities, business areas, churches, and mosques, as well as the brushing and cleaning of major road corridors, among others. The gathering brought together stakeholders including chiefs and others, community leaders, religious leaders, city mayors, and other key stakeholders of the county. Superintendent Morris also warned that the administration of the county would take decisive action against individuals or institutions that will fail to comply with the cleanliness mandate. And local authorities in Bapolo County have embarked on road rehabilitation ahead of the festive season. The initiative is part of government's efforts to connect several community roads across Liberia. Our correspondent said the move is aimed at giving residents access to the capital, Monrovia.
Nakita Rabas and the news bulletin. She will be back on the program with our weather update and later with the foreign development. You're listening to Newsline here on ELBC Radio. I'm Chap Davis presenting on this Thursday, December 11, 2025. In one of our big stories, front page Africa newspaper, defense is recent evaluation of top government officials. That story comes up later. On Wednesday, the board of directors of the Millennium Challenge Corporation, the MCC, reaffirmed Liberia's eligibility for a second compact. Now, on Thursday, government is not letting complacency set in. Rather, it has started engaging the MCC team to identify specific areas for support. At those talks, Liberia is being represented by Finance Minister Augustine Kafuan, while the MCC is represented by Madam Kari Monaha, head of Compact Operations for Africa. Finance and Development Planning Minister Augustine Kafuan spoke in an interview with Africa Kamara on the Super Morning Show.
Today, I'm going to have a meeting